Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh. Today we're going to be talking about parallax markings on your scope. Now, I have an entire video about parallax, describing it, talking about parallax error when you're shooting. But today we're going to talk about the two major types of parallax markings on scope. You're going to see, if you get and use enough scopes, that some are going to be marked with the yardage and others are going to be completely void of that. And there's two different trains of thoughts on this. There's kind of two different polarizing sets of people when it comes to using this. So we're going to talk about both so that maybe you can understand which one may work better for you. There are some slight difference, however, at the end of the day, they're all going to do the same thing. So to make this easier, I'm showing you this in B-roll, but the first marking is that actually has the distances marked on the actual barrel of the parallax adjustment. Now, this is going to be good for quick reference, but this is not always accurate. Everyone's eyes are different and they're making thousands of scopes, so this isn't always going to be perfect. So what this is good for is if you are not able to get a sight picture. A lot of competitions require you to not get a sight picture, and you know the yardage of your targets or thereabouts. You can look down, you can pick something that's close and kind of get in the ballpark. Now that can be good because of that reason, but those markings can also be off. So sometimes people are going to look at that marking and then they're just going to take that for gospel. So at 100 yards, they're going to dial to that marking, 150, and you can actually be off quite a bit and cause some error if you never actually double check it. Now, if you do check it and it's off one way or the other, the markings are already there. So you're either going to have to remember, oh, I got to get a little bit past that, a little bit before it, because there's not a lot of real estate to make any corrections or new markings on this to actually set this up for your eye and what's actually accurate to the scope and the yardage. Now, on the other end of the field, there's something like you're going to see on this Redline Corsair here, and that's really not going to have any markings. It's got 15 meters and infinity, which is the far ends of the travel, and everything in between is just this gradually increasing kind of triangle size. Now, it's bad because you don't have any reference right out of the... Now, this can be bad for some people because there are no references. So if you're not wanting to put in the work, go out and glassing, set the parallax, find everything. There's no quick reference cheat sheet for you, so there's not anything there to be close enough. So you're going to have to move it and dial that in with your eye. Now, if this is your main optic and you're going to be using this, you can go out and do this probably the best way, the most accurate way, which is to adjust that parallax at fixed distances and make your own markings. So that's going to be the most accurate way. You know, that's going to be, that parallax is perfect at 50 yards, 100, 150, 200, whatever markings you put on it for that exact scope. This like one of one in my eyeballs at those distances. So that's going to get you your most accurate way. Now, me personally, I kind of prefer the ballpark because I got a lot of scopes, I got a lot of rifles, I don't have a lot of time, and sometimes I need to just throw something on and go to the competition. So that quick reference is going to get me close enough. Now, if it's a dedicated scope, I think that the one that's on this Corsair, where it doesn't have the markings, if you got the time, this is one of a few scopes you own on some dedicated rifles, then that's really probably the best way. But I got into the discussion a little bit and it's been talked about a little bit, so I figured I'd make a short video and hopefully clarify why those two exist and which one might be better for you. Just some food for thought if you're looking at making another scope purchase. Hope this helps. Of course, as always, I appreciate you. Catch you on the next one.